costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow. A deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Put on some pink and join the Making Strides movement with Channel 7.
Now on 7 News.
A barrage of bullets in southwest Miami-Dade, piercing through homes and hurting a teen. A doctor brutally beaten outside his office.
I turned to walk away, and he jumped me from the back.
And police say the attacker is his patient's son. Campus concerns after a dangerous discovery at a South Florida Catholic school. The story on Just One Station. A family with nowhere to go.
Just trying to stay strong for my daughter and my fiance.
After a big blast destroys their home.
New questions 2 weeks after the arrest of an Aventura condo president, and they center around a check exclusively obtained by 7 Investigates.
Good morning, South Florida. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Diarmis.
And I'm Tavares Jones. Today in Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
Here's a live view of Fort Lauderdale Beach on this nice Wednesday morning. Wow, that's beautiful.
We're off to a nice start out there. Let's get you a check of the weather. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex with the first look at our forecast. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Hey, Tavares, Alex. Nice outside now, but changes are headed our way as there is a front. A fall front, and a weak one at that, but there is a front nonetheless moving from north to south across Florida. Ahead of it, we've seen those clouds across the area and even across the Florida Keys dealing with some showers, but it's not overly warm outside and not overly humid either. 80 right now in Fort Lauderdale, 81 in Pompano Beach, 83 as we work our way into the Hollywood area, 82 from Hialeah and 81 in Miami, but mid-80s already as we work our way through Kendall, all the way down into the Homestead area. Now, as we work our way into the Florida Keys, temperatures upper 70s, lower 80s, a little cooler because of the cloud cover and the showers that we've been seeing. 81 right now, Key West, Marathon, 85, so warmer in Key Largo, but a lot of upper 70s across the area, specifically right now across the lower Keys. Miami-Dade, Broward, we're okay. We're seeing clouds, but we're not seeing rain. Into the Florida Keys, though, we are seeing some downpours, some lightning embedded in there as well. So there are some isolated storms. Cudjoe, Big Pine Key, you're seeing some of that, and a lot of this heavy rain beginning to move into the near the 7 Mile Bridge. The rest of the Florida Keys for now looking okay. So we'll keep a chance for scattered to isolated showers in the forecast. Cloud cover sticks around. Front moves through later in the day, and we're expecting more changes behind that front, and we'll talk about those changes coming up in a few minutes.
A barrage of bullets scaring neighbors in southwest Miami-Dade. A teen shot and a bullet piercing into someone's apartment. 7's Danielle Garcia has the details.
A barrage of bullets. This video not showing the shooting, but you can certainly hear the dozens of shots ringing out.
I heard the gunshots. So I jumped up, I went outside, they were still shooting.
When officers arrived to Cutler Manor Apartments at Southwest 214th Street and 109th Avenue, they found a 17-year-old boy shot. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he's in stable condition. Certainly terrifying for this entire neighborhood, especially this one mother whose daughter's window got hit by a bullet too.
They were asking me, was my daughter in the room? I'm like, no, she was in my room. Thank God.
But thankfully, her windows are hurricane impact glass.
Thank God I changed her bed because her bed used to be right there by the window. So if it would have been there, she would have been sitting in her bed and she probably, well, she wouldn't have got shot, but she would have been scared.
Now police are searching for the person or people who did this.
And so now in the daylight, we can show you some of the aftermath of that shooting. We have some of these shell casings here. We have 1,
2, 3, and then 4 and 5 all the way over here. And then if we walk a little this way, we're on the outside of the apartment complex. This is the sidewalk. Now you can see the fence. In this metal fence, we have all of these bullet holes, even a bullet lodged in there. And then if we zoom in, you can see that blue-green car. The window is completely shot out. There are several bullet holes in the car. The tire is popped as well. That car, of course, not able to be used. We spoke with the person earlier, and he said his family is absolutely terrified. Now, police are still searching for the person or people responsible.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat. And leave comments below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning to all of you guys watching on YouTube right now as we broadcast every single day, Monday through Friday, sports entertainment. It is Wednesday, October 16th. Welcome back, everybody, to the Brandon Mason Show. I love how all you guys get in here early. I know we got a lot to talk about today as we get out here. I got to tell you, in my coffee, I left it in there. As you guys know, I always have that right here in the forefront. And there was so much going on, I kept looking on the computer. If you go on the news and you listen to what we're going to talk about today, it is like, it's literally unfortunate, right? Like there's so many obstacles in this case that are going on with Diddy we're going to pull up today. And what's hard is every time you pull something up, you got to figure out what's real, what's not real, what's true, what's false, what people are saying, what we're led to believe, and what actually is going to be proven, right? So I want to be careful of how I word everything and get on here and do my best for you guys to understand. But I got some new stuff, some new conversation today. There is some updates. There's some news. There's evidence. There's accusations. There's more attorneys involved. There's a lot of things going on. And I'm going to bring that to your attention today. I want to get your understanding and see what you actually think about this updated information. As you know, today, we're diving into it, obviously, with Diddy and what's going on. Now, Sean P Diddy Combs, as you guys know, is live update in prison right now, obviously in there having some struggles, not wanting to eat. We're going to go into some of the stuff that's rising to the top right now so you guys can understand. I got some little updates for you that you guys are going to have to hear about. Now, his prison life obviously it's not that good, right? He's in there living in a much smaller location than he was living in his houses out in LA and Miami. As you know, they raided his house, yada, yada, yada. We don't got to go into all that because you guys already know what has transpired to get to this point right now. And as more people get ready to come in here to today's show and kind of understand what we're talking about, Sean Diddy Combs is facing a lot of issues, problems, frustrations, habitat, living, eating problems, a lot of things going on in prison. Obviously, that is something that is going on. But let's move forward as we dive into more of the issues that are rising to the top. Now, obviously, charged with sex trafficking and RICO charges. And his attorney, just so you know, his attorney said, let's get the show on the road. Like, they want to move forward right now with the sex trafficking part of it. I don't know why this is important for them, but they're like, let's go. Let's get this done right now. And I got to tell you, listen, at first I'm like, damn, Diddy's in there. They said he was on, suicide alert or all this kind of situation right there. And it's like, okay, will he commit suicide? All these kind of things in jail. Will there be something that happens in jail that we're not told about that happened with Epstein? People were saying, no, he didn't do it and yada, yada, yada. So what I'm saying is this: first and foremost, as you know, the sex trafficking and the RICO charge, this picture right here, just a picture from a party, is like that person is involved. I'm not saying that person right there in the picture did anything wrong. What I'm saying right now, what you guys understand before we get to the cream of this right now, the most important part of this conversation before we dive into some major issues, some new alerts, is they are ready to move forward right now. And I got some updates right here, and we read about it. And even though the attorney wants to move forward with this, apparently they have 3 weeks to present the case. 3 weeks to present the case in trial, and they only have 1 week to defend it. You heard what I'm saying right now? They have 3 weeks right now to present this case, and they only have 1 week to defend it. And I got it right here. I believe it is in May. I think I wrote it down. Let me make sure I got this right. trial date is May 5th, okay? Trial date is May 5th. And for the magnitude of this actual case, this is moving pretty damn quickly, right? Would you say, like, they're trying to move forward already, they got Diddy behind bars, they denied bail 3 times, and now they have the case set for May 5th, okay? Coming up here in 2025. He's going to be in jail the entire time. They thought maybe he can get out. The third attempt to try to get out on bail, they got denied bail 3 times. Got a new attorney. They even went as far. If you look in the polls right now, I put, will he get out of jail, yes or no? I got a prison, and it's no way. You can see right now, leading is no way. But we have, yes, he'll get out. No, death penalty on the table. He hired a death penalty attorney. Someone that focuses on the death penalty. Now, I'm just saying, that's some scary shit if you look into it that way. And when you start looking at the charges, it kind of starts making sense to a lot of people. Why? Because when you look at all the charges that are coming to the table, if you have, I mean, look, and one thing I want to talk about, and I think is important, Diddy power, the ability to do whatever you want to do, to be worth $500 million, to be a billionaire. Do you get bored in life? Is that something that happens for these people? Do they get bored and they start experimenting? I'm going to use that word, experimenting, because Hollywood is changing a lot of ways. And I got some things on here I'm going to show you. But Hollywood is changing in a lot of ways. And now all of a sudden, with Diddy out there, experimenting. Then it was women. Then it was the parties. And then now they're bringing up men, right? And look, like I always say on this platform, I don't give a damn what you are, whether you're straight, whether you're gay, whether you're not. It doesn't matter to me, transgender. But what I'm saying is, when you have that kind of power, do all of a sudden you start flipping the script and wanting to do new things, and you're kind of bored in how life actually is and the kind of money, what you can buy and what you can do and where you can go. Is this what it really comes to? And the reason why I'm saying this is these live updates with what's going on. It's like Diddy back in the day, he starts doing music, having a good time, and then you start getting involved. You got Usher, you got Justin Bieber. All this stuff comes to the mix, right? And then it's like, okay, Now you're behind bars in prison. You're not getting out. Your bail's getting denied multiple times. Once, twice, 3 times. New attorneys. They can't get you out. You're going to be there till May 5th. That we know right now for the most part. Diddy's not getting out of prison until May 5th. Now, here's the question that I have, people that are watching this right now. And we got some new updates right here. We're going to get to the attorney and some information with Justin Bieber. Look at this. Macy's now is named in a lawsuit as a Diddy cover-up. And I'm going to read this to you right now. Macy's, okay, we're talking about the massive store, Macy's. Yes, we're talking about the store that all we shop at. And look, allegedly, we got to use the word allegedly. We got to use the words as, we're reading this out there. We got to use the words as, are we sure this 100%? We got to use these words because we can't get sued ourselves over here on this damn platform as we're getting started. That'll be big problems. But Diddy now, they're saying that Macy's has been named in a lawsuit as a Diddy cover-up. And I'm going to read this to you because this is some things things are not making sense. They're saying hotels are involved, a lot of shit. Listen to this. In a new wave of lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs this week, Macy's has been accused of covering up one of the music mogul's alleged sexual assaults in order to protect a major deal with his clothing line. Okay? And again, I'm reading this to you because this is popping up and this is happening, but I gotta say allegedly so we don't get in trouble on here. The lawsuit filed from John Doe. The name of the person that filed this suit is someone that was working there. Listen to this right now. If you're watching this live, make sure you hit the damn like button right now. Everybody put Diddy in the chat right now. If you're watching this right now, you're in the Macy mob. Everybody put Diddy in the chat right now to let you two know what we're talking about. Now, the lawsuit that was filed in Ohio, okay, has claimed that in 2008, do you understand how far they're digging in this shit? They are digging way back in time. Diddy, whatever Diddy did a long time ago is coming out. We're not talking last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We're not even talking about 15 years ago. We're going way back. 2008? I mean, do you know how far they're going to start digging now? Listen to this here, okay? I want you to hear this and listen to it clear. The lawsuit filed, okay, says in Ohio, okay, a man has claimed that he was, Combs orally raped a man while he was working in the stockroom at Macy's flagship store in Herald Square, Manhattan, New York, according to Business Insider. Now, the plaintiff, who said he worked as an advisor for Combs' rival clothing company, Echo Unlimited, at the time, claimed that in a lawsuit, he was violently attacked by Combs' bodyguard who threatened to kill him. Now, Combs allegedly then forced the plaintiff to perform oral sex on him while he called him Echo. Do you understand the kind of shit that we're talking about right now? Listen to this right now. They're saying they were forced to have oral sex on him while he called him Echo because he worked for Echo. Now, while this is a problem, they're saying with Macy's is when the plaintiff reported the alleged assault to Macy's security, he alleged received no follow-up and was later barred from the store. So this person goes out and mentions this to people and goes out and tells security. And instead of this man coming to the top and them looking into the case, the guy gets barred from the store. Basically can't come in Macy's anymore, the flagship store in Manhattan. Okay, you're talking, and when I pulled this picture up, we're talking the store in which the flagship store that is massive. Macy's. Have you been there? We're talking floor after floor after floor after floor, right? Now, if this is quote unquote true, in Macy's, it says, meanwhile, Combs began passing out merchandise to an adoring crowd, as if nothing had happened. That's what the lawsuit claims. Approximately 3 weeks later, Terry Luggan, CEO of Macy's, pressured Echo Unlimited executives to fire the plaintiff because Macy's had just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean Combs in a clothing line, according to the lawsuit. Now, again, that's from Business Insider. Now, here's the thing. The kind of power that you got to understand that is being shown here is that, and I hate to say this, but if you have that kind of power, right? You're P Diddy. If you're in the chat right now, first time in the building, put Diddy in the chat. If it's your first time here, let us know. Hit that like button and subscribe. Is Diddy going to jail? In the chat right now, is Diddy going to jail for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, life? Drop it in the chat right now. I want to see what you guys think. How long do you think he's going behind bars? Let me know right now in the live stream so we can follow up and see what you guys think. I want to know. I want to see what you guys think, and we're going to find out if you guys are right. Again, this is just one piece of the pie new today of Macy's obviously being filed in this position. And if Macy's is being considered a cover-up, the attorney said on here, there's massive celebrities that are going to be named on this. Massive celebrities, bigger than Diddy. How much bigger can you get than Diddy in the world of music, the world of an icon? The music, I mean, I'm not saying he's Michael Jackson, but pretty damn close, right? And speaking of Michael Jackson, they had tunnels that, quote unquote, from his house to Michael Jackson's house, to the Playboy Mansion's house. Tunnels of people going through there, bringing women, bringing men through the tunnels, kids, all this kind of conversation right now that I'm bringing to your attention. Macy's was the first piece there. Now, how about this? Jay-Z and Beyonce have recently hired attorneys to handle some interesting conversation right now. Okay, we've been talking about this, but this is getting crazy, this is getting wild, and this is new. Jay-Z and Beyonce have hired an attorney because they are starting to send out cease and desist letters to people that are basically getting on the news and saying that they are involved. People like Jaguar, who we saw some videos of Jaguar out there that have jumped in there and started talking and singing like a bird. Now, if you're watching this right now, Jay-Z, Beyonce, big time people in this business right now. I don't know what you guys think, man. I see new people coming into the building right now. Kyrell's in the building. Devon's in the building. Tracy, Roger, Stevie, Tyler's in the building. I got something for you, Tyler.
Make some noise!
Let you know what's going on right now. Candy's in the building. Brenda, if I scroll up, if you're in the live stream right now, throw the dice in the chat. If you're in the Mason mob, we're diving into this. The new attorneys have come out, and I showed you a lot of videos. They're hiring attorneys because Jaguar is speaking out and is saying stuff. And before I go into Jaguar right now, they sent a cease and desist letter to Jaguar. I got some videos here that I don't know if you've seen them or not. And remember, this is one of the videos that we showed to Jaguar talking about this. We got to show this right now. And I got some new piece of the pie for you that you got to see.
These victims are going to be worse. They're worse because of the psychological torture that comes along with what he does. Like I said,
do you think Jay-Z is scared right now?
Oh, he's terrified. He's terrified. He's losing confidence everywhere. But the only confidence he's worried about keeping secure are those white boys that he worked for. That's his only loyalty. Not even to his wife is he loyal.
But what do you think? And just again, hypothetically, if his kids, as young as they are, asked, "Daddy, who's that man on TV getting arrested? Isn't that your friend?" What would his response be?
He wouldn't respond. He would just laugh and walk away.
You want to know the crazy part about this? I want you guys to understand something. The people that are stepping out and talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kevin, obviously, if you look at Cat Williams, I was going to say Kevin Hart for a second because we got something on Kevin Hart, what was going on. But Cat Williams now is really putting his life on the line. Like, honestly, Cat Williams is putting his life on the line. Jaguar putting life on the line. I didn't see Cat Williams get a cease and desist letter. I didn't see that they were threatening him saying, hey, cease and desist. He's talking about everybody. He's letting it be known. He's out there saying shit, letting it be known. Meanwhile, people are focused on other people. We got Jason Lee on a podcast. Okay, what you guys understand something? Jason Lee has a podcast, and he said, okay, so you know that Jay-Z and Beyonce and affiliates of them are helping them, allegedly, have been calling in to the show regarding the Diddy allegations. And it says on a recent episode on the Jason Lee podcast, alleged, it says, Hove has been calling and sending people to call in seemingly to put out flames, okay? And then Lee went on a rant and said, look, at the beginning of the clip, he said, being unpleased by this, he said, stop calling. He said, Rock Nation, all these people, if you have any questions, call in to the show and talk to him directly. And they're really look, people are really speaking out right now. And I'm just saying, people have to be worried about their lives. All these victims out there, obviously, that are with P Diddy. We have men now, too. We have women. We're going to get in Hollywood in a second. They're calling it Holly Weird. But right now, we're going to say Hollywood for lack of the word right here. Holly Weird is what people are starting to call it. But what I'm saying is, if you look at this, guys, in the chat, is it Hollywood or Holly Weird? Let me know right now in this live. So if you're watching it live, is it Hollywood or is it Holly Weird? Things are getting very interesting. But these attorneys that Jay-Z and Beyonce have hired right now have to start putting out flames. Are they going to send money to cover stuff up? Are they going to send money just to get people quiet? And we got to be honest. A lot of people right now, when we look at this live update right now, before we go into the rest of this piece, which I'm going to get back to in a second with Jay-Z and Beyonce, I want to let it be known something for a second. There are a lot of people at these parties that have been hurt, I'm sure. There's a lot of women out there, men that are stepping to the forefront now, whatever, boys, kids, whatever. So they've been hurt, and I'm not knocking that whatsoever, and I'm not trying to say that they're wrong in any kind of way before I go down this piece of the pie here. I want to say something. There's also a lot of people that came to these parties because they wanted to party. They wanted to hook up with men or women or do some of these things. They wanted to take these kind of drugs, which the baby oil and all that now is supposedly the baby oil now has been contaminated with some kind of sexual drug or something like that. Have you guys seen this yet? They're saying that the baby oil now has been laced with some kind of sexual drug to seduce women or men or whatever. Like, this is part of what has been coming out now, right? Like, and I'm just saying, there's so many people stepping up. But what I want to make clear is when you're watching these allegations come out, and I got to tell you, I believe a lot of this shit's probably true. But there's a lot of women and men and kids and whatever, and I use the word kids, but they're young and whatever, that have come here to party. They came here to party. They came here to do drugs. They came here to hook up with men or women. They came here for that. A lot of them, right? And then what happens is this shit pops off. This is a time for all those people that actually were guilty of the shit too, to get out there and get their payday. Now there's a lot of victims out there, a lot of people that are innocent that repercussions are going to happen, and Diddy and whoever and the people allegations and celebrities and the attorneys are talking about that. Yes, that's all going to happen. I see that. But on the flip side, a lot of people that are saying Diddy's this, he's that. And listen, the apple doesn't fall too far. Like, I mean, what you're hearing is like, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, guys in the chat, is it a duck? I mean, like this, I'm seeing this, but what I'm trying to figure out is this. All these allegations, are they all true? Probably not. 5,000 phone calls in one day saying that this happened to you at a Diddy party. I don't know about that. Now, these are some of the things at the parties we're going to get to in a second what I want to dive into with these celebrities. But look at this. I mean, I showed you this one video, right, of this. Look at these kind of beds at the party. We got to look at these beds at the Diddy parties.
Nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Quit that. You a big cat. Where your chicks at? Where your whips at?
I mean, look, listen. Did you see the size of that bed out there? I mean, look, a 50-foot bed. You can do whatever you want to do. People are starting to say he bought this bed for XYZ. What I'm saying is this. Before we go down the guilty track, I'm saying this. You buy these beds because you have the money. You can do whatever the hell you want to do in life. That's why you buy these beds. Like when you're Diddy, and again, I've been on here kind of telling you the facts and the truth of what's going on. And I happen to think that Diddy is guilty of a lot of things. But I also want to say that watching this, there's a lot of other people involved. And this attorney has been getting out there saying a whole bunch of shit. And let me tell you something. I got the live video footage. And look, when I'm watching what is being said, 50 Cent is saying a lot of things. I got a little clip, 50 Cent, and I'm going to merge this into it. But I want you to hear what this has to say right here. Let me merge this over for a second.
On Diddy's recent lawsuit, and he had everybody shocked with the things he had to say. In case you missed it, a Texas-based lawyer just announced he is defending 120 different victims who were all allegedly hurt and essayed by Diddy at different times in life. But if that's not wild enough, the lawyer claimed that more than 3,000 people had come forward to him to claim how Diddy allegedly essayed and mistreated them for years. And it gets crazier because 50 Cent also claimed that he knows about more than 50 new victims who are cooperating with him on his up-and-coming documentary on Diddy. And it looks like he's about to make things even worse for Diddy because he came with all the receipts to back up his wild claims. At this point, I think we can all agree that Diddy is on some Avenger-level villain energy because he's been out here acting like a full-on menace. It's crazy. Just when we thought that his alleged crimes couldn't get possibly any worse than the things that the feds revealed in their indictment documents against him, a Texas attorney, Tony Busby, dropped a bombshell. He's dropping over 120 people, claiming they were harmed by Diddy over the years. And here we thought that the 8 civil lawsuits against him were bad enough, but 120 victims? That's next level crazy, like straight out of a...
Hold on a second, okay? I want to say something. All these people are coming out, right? This attorney is getting shit rich. Like, let's be clear with that. This attorney is getting rich as hell on this. And what Diddy is saying is, tell us the victims. Like, Diddy and his attorney are out there going, tell us the victims. We're ready to face this case. Sex trafficking, let's go to get the show on the road. I kind of happen to look at it and go, wow, Diddy is pretty anxious to get this going, right? Like, I'm just saying, I think when this trial starts, Diddy's going to be looking at a lot of issues, a lot of time, and more celebrities that are coming forward. I want to know what you guys think about something. Let me move forward to the next piece of pie before I actually say something too soon. The Diddy tapes are selling on the black market. Now, someone bought a tape for $50 million. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? There's tapes out there. There is some sex tapes out there from the Diddy parties, and there's lots of them, and they're floating around the black market. Now, here's the question that I have for you guys. $50 million. Who has $50 million to spend on a sex tape in the black market? Now, what I said is this. If you got a sex tape, you know how easy it is. If this is your tape right here, say you got a tape. Okay, I'm going to sell this tape. You know how fast you can just make a duplicate, like a copy of that tape, and then sell that tape, and then make a copy of the tape and sell that tape. And here's the thing. In the black market, obviously, what Jaguar and these people were saying on there, like, yo, you better go buy that tape. You better go buy that tape, especially if you're the one that's guilty. You better go buy that tape. But what I'm trying to figure out is, you buying that tape is not going to get you out of hot water. That tape has been out there. Why would you even spend your money? I'm just saying, unless you have some kind of legal situation where you can buy the tape and no one can ever use the tape again. Like $50 million, someone bought that tape on the black market. I'm just saying, we have a lot going on here. And then when you look at the whole grand scheme of things at these parties, iPhones, I have a message on here to remind myself. Parties nowadays, it's 2024. You can't do shit without it being on tape. You cannot do anything without being on tape. Social media, whatever you're doing at that very time is going on social media in 5 seconds. And then you have people cutting it up. You got TikTok, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got YouTube. You have all these other things, even as far as like Tumblr and Pinterest, and people are putting shit on there. If you look at the whole grand scheme of things, in 2024, even 2023, 2022, cell phones are incriminating people. Like, people are out there with phones recording stuff, showing tunnels in the house, in Diddy's house, going over to the Playboy Mansion, going over to, obviously to Michael Jackson's house. Like, the kind of things that have to be going on for you to have a tunnel going over to these parties. Now, I get it. If you want to transport celebrities and you don't want anybody to know that the person's there, you pull up to a property and then, you go through a tunnel, you get to the party, no one knows you were there. I mean, pulling up to a Michael Jackson house, pulling up to a Playboy Mansion, pulling up to Diddy's party, they're all kind of one and the same. So if you pull up to those properties, it isn't like that tunnel matters. If you pull up to a local spot that no one knows, or a gas station or a train station or somewhere private and you have a tunnel going to, maybe nobody will see. But when you pull up to these kind of parties, everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. And I got more. Look at this clip, more of this clip right here. Watch this for about 10 seconds.
Horror film. During a press conference, Busby revealed that over 3,000 people have come forward with accusations, and he's planning to start filing lawsuits across different states in the next 30 days. Now, before anybody jumps to conclusions about people just looking for a quick payday, the lawyer said he and his team have spent serious time vetting these claims. So far, they've got legitimately around 120 full cases.
Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend
So as you can see now, this attorney's not playing. This attorney's not playing. Over 3,000 or some within a day or whatever, they all reaching out to him. He's going through. He said he has 100% already. Over 120 valid claims with evidence, everything that you need to have. Now, they seized over 95 devices. 95 devices were seized between Diddy's homes, L.A., Miami, and then the quote-unquote person, I guess his drug dealer, whatever, his man that was bringing him drug. They have seized over 95 devices. We're talking laptops. We're talking cell phones, computers, all these kind of things that are happening right now. And people are like, what's actually going on? Like, what with these videos and these tapes? They got so many tapes and videos. And at this day, it's like, hey, let's move forward. People now want to know actually what's going on. Like, can you imagine that right now? People want to know what's going on. And then you got here. Has Diddy started to rat on Hollywood? In the chat right now, do you think Diddy is going to rat on his friends? Yes or no? Put in the chat right now. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Diddy is actually going to tell on his friends? Is he going to let it be clear? Hey, look, this person was at the party. This person was at the party. Like, because there's a lot of people at this damn party, right? Like, and we look at all these videos, and I pull up a lot of the times. And today, obviously, new evidence with Macy's popping out here. And then Jay-Z and them hiring new attorneys. And people are kind of getting worked up. Do you think that Diddy's going to start ratting on these people in Hollywood? And we're talking interesting conversations. We're talking people like J-Lo, and I pull these up for people to see. People like J-Lo right out there. People like Mariah Carey are in conversation. People like, obviously, with Jay-Z and Beyonce, who we brought up on the screen. People like Marlon Wayans, who they're saying now in Hollywood, they're like, hey, did you know that Marlon Wayans is actually gay? Did you know that? Look, I don't care what he is. I'm just saying some of this information now is starting to come out. And then when you look at Hollywood and you pull up the pictures of Hollywood, and now they're saying it's not Hollywood, right? And this has been going on for a while. They're saying it's not Hollywood. People are saying it's Holly weird. And why is that? Why are they saying it's Holly weird? Here, this is the problem that I see. All these celebrities are making all this money. And when you wake up and you got to go work every day and you got this job or that job, and you start looking at it like, I got to pay this bill, I got to go to work. A lot of these things are starting to happen, right? The concern is when you can do everything you want every day, the question is, do you get bored? Does your mind change? You're like, hey, I want to try something new. Do you get curious? Do you want to do a bunch of things? And obviously, with people like Justin Bieber, and I played this video of how he's feeling when he was young and he was put into the mix. Listen, and I said this before. They said, and I have the video of Diddy's also bodyguard and people saying, and I got Suge Knight, a video of Suge Knight that was saying that they take in Hollywood, what they used to do is they would say, okay, they bring the men over there and they take a hard-boiled egg, okay? And listen, hear what I'm saying right now. They take a hard-boiled egg, and I said this before, and they make a guy go over there and they try to put it up your butt, and if it breaks, they're like, no, you're not ready yet. Do you know how awkward, like this kind of shit in Hollywood, they're saying this is taking place, people know about this, and then people like Justin Bieber, yeah, and you guys heard what I just said. I said that before. This is real shit that people are saying that it's going on in Hollywood, some crazy stories, but look how Justin Bieber, I played this video, look how Justin Bieber is reacting to his feelings over all these years of what he went through. You guys tell what you think. I showed this video before. I mean, is Diddy gone? Is he done for life? I mean, some of this shit that's been going on for all these years, going back 20, 25 years. This shit is wild. Look at Justin Bieber.
It's hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
And the problem with this is this is genuine. When I watch that video of Justin Bieber, I mean, guys, that's a genuine, like he's being, I think as genuine as can be right there. And the downfall of this all started, as you guys know, with Cassie getting, I hate to say this, but getting her ass beat. I mean, really. I mean, in this hotel, this live video. And look, they had a deal. He did pay her. It was done. All this was done. They were washing their hands with this. But then it came back. And now the attention is on the forefront. And if you didn't see how he was in Central Park, Diddy was hanging out in Central Park before he got arrested. This is what he was looking like out there on the right-hand side, was out there, and then it happened, and he got arrested. And what I want to tell you right now, Cat Williams is putting his life at risk. 50 Cent, life at risk right now. Jaguar, life at risk right now. And I say that because we talk about Diddy right now. We talk about Diddy right now because Diddy was arrested. But Cat Williams made it very clear in 2024.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
And they have the normal these.
Amen, amen.
Gee.
And what's bothersome, I think, for a lot of people is you have Jay-Z and Beyonce. See, they're some of the biggest stars in the world, and they have enough money to do what they want to do. P Diddy, the same person, has enough money, or same level, has enough money to do whatever he wants to do in the world. What is it going to take to bring down all these celebrities? Like, literally, if all these celebrities are involved in what they're saying, what is it going to take? Millions of that, like prosecutions left and right. I don't even know if it's even possible, to be honest with you. I don't even know if it's even possible for these people to even do that against all these celebrities, because it's going to take a shit ton of money, a shit ton of victims are going to come forward. And there's a lot of money going on behind the scenes right now. obviously hush money, getting people to be quiet. But can you imagine if you're P Diddy right now and you can get out there and people can pay some people to be quiet? But in Diddy's case,
chaotic in Hollywood.
it's different.
You can
Why
bet
is
some
it
major
different?
players are
Because
involved,
there's
and it wouldn't
thousands of
surprise
people
me if we start
coming
seeing
forward.
lawyers
And then you
trying
got
to
people
block
like
those
Kanye
names
West
from
now.
being released or
They're saying
pushed
Kanye
to keep
West
the record
and his
sealed.
assistant.
You know,
And all
some
these stories are coming
influential
out.
people
Do you
do
think
not
that
want to be dragged
women
through
right
this
now,
lawsuit. The
men
attorney
right
gave us
now,
more details about
teenagers
some of
right
the
now that are
victims,
now
and
adults,
honestly, it was
do you think
terrifying.
they're trying to
One
get
of
a
the
payday?
victims was a woman
Do you
who
think
said
that
she
a lot
was
of these
pregnant
people
at the time.
really are
She claimed that
victims?
she attended
But
a
I can tell you
Diddy
right now,
event and didn't
after
have any
listening to these
alcohol
stories
because of
and
the
listening to this right now, I want to
pregnancy.
show you
Well,
one
she
more
should
clip
have
right now. I
been
think it's
completely
important for you guys to see
sober, right?
before we go
Well,
today.
according to
All these
her, one of
celebrities
her
that are
regular
involved.
drinks was
Take a look
spiked
at this. I'm
and
going to
made
pull it
her
up live so you
black
guys
out.
can actually
When she
hear
came to,
some of this
she
message
found
real quick.
herself in the same bed as Diddy, and she claims he had allegedly hurt her so badly that she was left in pain down there.
Another instance, individual, this time not a minor, was attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again, allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her were torn and sore. And I could go on. I mean, literally, you're sensing a theme here.
Doing this to anybody is awful, but doing it to a pregnant woman whose body is already working overtime to bring new life into the world? That's just beyond cruel. And as shocking as it is, the idea of him allegedly spiking drinks doesn't really surprise anybody at this point. It seems to be a part of his pattern. Well, Cassie's lawsuit also revealed that Diddy allegedly pressured victims into taking substances before these freak-offs, even when they were clearly unwilling. Little Rod's lawsuit also claimed that Diddy spiked the drinks of women at his parties and allegedly did terrible things to them afterward. On top of all of that, other women who've accused Diddy of SA have shared similar experiences, with some cases dating all the way back to the early 90s. Now, after Cassie's lawsuit, a woman named Joey Dickerson Neal accused Diddy of SA in the early 90s, saying that Diddy her, SA'd her, and recorded it without her knowledge when she was a college student in 1991. Joy stated that the event took place when she was attending Syracuse University and Diddy had been putting moves on her. She wasn't interested at first, mainly because she had heard rumors about how poorly he treated women. However, she eventually decided to go on one date with him, during which he allegedly spiked her drink. According to reports, the complaint alleges Combs intentionally drank Dickerson Neal, leaving her unable to stand or walk. The suit said she left her drink unattended with him at the restaurant, and afterward, under alleged pressure from Combs, she took a hit from a blunt. They then drove to a music studio, the suit stated. When Dickerson Neal couldn't exit the car, Combs allegedly took her to a place he was staying to SA her, according to the filing. But that was not all that he did to her allegedly, because she also claimed in a lawsuit that Diddy had made a video of him SAing her, and he shared it around. Reports have it that days later, a male friend named Devontae Swing, a member of the popular 90s R&B group Jodeci, revealed to Joey that he viewed an adult tape along with
as
other
that video
people.
continues to play on the side here, what I want to say is
his
there's so
fans
many
would lose
freaking
his record deal if he
accusations,
spoke against
and there's
Combs.
so many
She had a
things
lot of
popping
support
up that
from fans
it's
when she filed her
uncontrollable.
lawsuit, so she released a
If you
statement
prosecute
saying,
Diddy
"I'm
now
so thankful
and he
for the
goes to
bravery
trial
of
and
the
all
other
this,
women
you
that
can't
came
even possibly
forward.
do
The
that
Adult
because of
Survivors
trial.
Act,
Like
which
all
opens
this
up
stuff
the
is still
filing
happening
window to
right
seek
now.
justice
Like
and
how
unwavering
long will
support
it
from my
take
attorneys.
to actually
For
get
32
all of this
years,
under
the
wraps? It's
only
almost
people
like
I
it's
have been
damn near
able to confide
impossible.
in
Like I
are
mean,
my close friends.
literally as I'm watching, and then 50 Cent now,
was going on.
50 Cent now is coming out. Okay, 50 Cent is coming out with this whole documentary, and he sold it to Netflix, and it's been 10 years of all this kind of stuff. What I'm saying is, how on earth will they have the time to get through all this shit for one person, let alone 100 celebrities that could be involved from different countries and different places? They're even talking about Oprah. They're talking about the Prince, from overseas. We're talking about Prince Henry. We're literally going into so many people all around the world that Weinstein. How on earth could you settle something like this? It's like the entire Hollywood comes crashing down, and I just honestly, I don't know. The reason why this is so big is because now, and I went into this for a second. We're going to sign off with this here in a second, is because we're running out of time here. Macy's being named in this lawsuit opens up conversation. If you're in the chat right now, I appreciate you hanging out for this because there's so many more updates coming here. Throw the dice in the chat if you're in the Mason mob. I appreciate you. But what I'm saying is there's so many more accusations, and then you get to, there's people, there's celebrities, and now there's stores and buildings and hotels and transportation companies. And there's just so many more people that are involved in this situation that it makes it extremely, extremely difficult to understand the entire case. Like, I don't know. This is arguably the biggest case, and I've been saying this, in the entire world that we've ever seen in the history of watching TV. Like, there's just too many people, too many celebrities involved. Before we leave today, we have to spin the damn wheel. We got Brenda. We got Rick Mason on here, Pop, spinning the wheel right now to make some money. We got to get it going right now. If you're watching this live right now, we got to spin the wheel during this live stream right now. Let's get it going before we sign off right now. Rick, we're going to spin it first, and then Brenda, you're going to spin it right after. I hope you guys can make some money because let me tell you something. I can't guarantee anything, but we're going to try to get it done right now. Let me see if I can do this right now. Let me see if I can actually get this done. Give me 1 second right here.
Median home price there costing about $5 million this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I'm taking my jacket off for this one. I'm taking my jacket off for this so I can make sure I spin this damn thing the right way. Everybody put the wheel in the chat. Put spin it in the chat right now. Everybody put spin it in the chat right now because we're getting ready to spin that wheel right now.
Florida's dangerous abortion ban goes too far. The ban forces women to wait until the brink of death to get...
Here we go. Here we go. What we working with right now? What we got? What we got? No! You are having a rough time. I didn't take my jacket off for this because I was like, shit, this is going to get a little loud right now. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, Dad, look, I can't help you. I can't help you. But listen, what you can do right now, Pops, is you can pick a lucky person in the chat. It can't be somebody you know. It's got to be someone that you do not know. In the live stream right now, pick a lucky person and get $20 today. Everybody in the live stream say, pick me right now. Everybody in the live stream say, pick me right now, and let's see who Rick Mason will pick. Take your time, Rick. Do not pick that person yet. Let them say, pick me. And Brenda, here we go. We're spinning that wheel for you, Brenda, right now. Everybody say, pick me, pick me, pick me. And let Pops pick it. He said it's rigged. All right, Brenda, let's go. It's your time to shine. Everybody say, pick me, pick me, pick me. Here we go. Brenda, get ready to spin that wheel. Here we go. It's time to make some damn money. Hope I got my jacket back on right here. Hope I got my jacket looking right and back and snazzy. Who's he picking out there to make some money right now? What we got, Brandon? What we got? You're close. Okay. We got a 10 going out. We got a 10 going out to Brandon right now. And listen, we need to make sure that Tracy, we're still trying to send Tracy her money. We don't even know. Does Tracy have a PayPal account? Does she have a Zelle account? We got to send her that money. Candy, if you can help us out with Tracy, we need to get her money over to her because I think we still owe her $10, I believe, as well. But listen, that's money going out here. And Pops, Brendan got 10 right there. Pops, who are you picking right now in the live stream? Who are you picking? It can't be somebody you know. Everybody say, pick me right now. Who are you picking? Rick Mason in the chat. Who are you picking right now in the chat? It has to be someone that you do not know as we move forward with a piece of the pie here. I got to tell you, being on here and talking about this stuff every single day, sports entertainment, is so much damn fun. The concern is like you get to this and you go, this is some serious shit. And then you start learning so much. You learn so much about what's actually happened. You study cases so different to get on here and show clips and show videos and show pictures and all this. And you're like, this man really did all this shit? You start thinking like, he has that much time and that much money. You start kind of getting upset about why you don't have all this shit, right? You start thinking like, why do I have this kind of money to do this kind of shit? If you're watching it live right now, who are you picking? Okay, Stevie's girl, get gets paid $20, baby. Let's go. Stevie's girl, send me that direct message. If you're on Instagram, make sure you send me a message on Instagram, Brandon Mason Show. If you're on Instagram, make sure you get your ass on there. Send me a direct message out there right now because some money will be going out here this week to some lucky winners. And remember, tomorrow we are live on the show right here at 10 a.m. right here. Do not come at 10, damn it. Come at 9:55 in the building. We got a lot going on. I appreciate people getting on here. Pimple Mama, I appreciate you coming on here and helping us out. Candy, I appreciate you getting on here. Moderators, the mods in here, making sure that we don't got crazy people coming into the building doing crazy stuff. And yes, we will get back to our play-by-plays. I know we've been looking to do that. Everybody that's been here coming in, we've been hanging out together, having a good time, obviously watching sports, watching games together. We do that. Tomorrow night is Thursday. We're going to try to jump back on here for a game. I wanted to give it a week or two break to see if YouTube has fixed the issue. We had thousands of people watching the game with us, and obviously something happened on the back end of YouTube. We're still trying to fix the issue, so we gave it a little break on that. But we will be playing Xbox and PlayStation live on our platform with some lucky people to hang out and play. People come in and talk shit and watching the game. That will be a lot of fun. Very interesting to watch. I hope that you guys will join that because we can enjoy a lot of good times there. I greatly appreciate you. Everybody that's in the building right now, we got to take care of Tracy. We got Brenda. We got Stevie's girl. Hey, Pop, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You got to spin the wheel and help other people out. Sometimes that doesn't happen. That red X is a scary freaking thing when spinning that wheel. I appreciate you guys all joining today. Make sure when you get off today, you jump. Guys, if you're watching this right now, if you're in the damn Mason mob, you're watching this right now, remember when I sign off to go leave a message on the video. Right now, this is the live chat on the right-hand side of the screen. When I sign off at this show today, give it a minute, refresh it on YouTube, and go to the video, the live video right now that you're watching, and leave a message at the bottom of the damn video. Roger does it every single day. I appreciate that. Pimple Mama, Candy, Stevie's girl, Rick Mason, Brandon's in here, Jermaine's in the building, everyone that's in here, Jeff Lee, leave a message on the damn video on YouTube after you refresh. I'll see you guys. It's hump day. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your day. Make some noise! And I hope all of you literally have a great rest of your hump day. And then tomorrow we're Thursday, heading closer to weekend. We got Halloween coming up around the corner, so you guys better have your costumes ready as we come on the live stream because we're going to start calling you guys in. We almost got all the functionality lined up for the live guests right here, live calling in. We got the phones right here. We got a lot of cool updates for you guys. Get ready because you guys are part of the Mason Mob. You guys make this grow. You guys make this great, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to end that poll on the screen right there. You guys make this awesome, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9:55, baby, 9:55. Throw the dice in the chat and get ready to refresh and leave a message on the damn video. I love all you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9:55. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.
Company that's ready. At FPL, our crews are working every single day to build a stronger grid. So you get the reliable electricity you need in good weather and bad. FPL, working for you every single day.
I'm pro-choice and I vote that way. I'm also a mother and I vote that way too. And as a mom, I'm against Amendment 4. Amendment 4 overturns Florida's parental